Welcome to the GoalZero Toolbox Talk series. Today's Toolbox Talk: Trenches and Excavations. Legislation requires that every trench or excavation must be inspected daily by a competent person before the start of work and is needed throughout the work shift. A safe trench or excavation must adhere strictly to all plans and specifications. Soil conditions must be monitored for changes, and knowing the location of all existing utilities is mandatory. A safe means of entry and exit is required if the trench is deeper than 4 feet. May vary depending on area legislation. Soil failure. Soil failure is defined as the collapse of part or all of an excavation wall. Safe slope. A safe slope can be defined as the maximum angle of the edge wall or bank of an excavation at which sliding will not occur. The unique mixtures of the different types of soil, sand, clay, silt, and rock, necessitate different safe slopes from one excavation site to the next. Soil sliding. Soil sliding is the most common factor leading to soil failure. The most common soil failure is typically described as an unexpected settlement, or cave-in, of an excavation. Other factors can result in soil failures. Layering. During an excavation, visibly different layers of soil may be uncovered. Each of those layers may call for different safe slopes. It is essential to plan your excavation around the most gradual safe slope for the different soil types and layers encountered during the excavation. Soil composition. Another complicating factor is that soil composition mixtures may vary significantly from one area of the project to another. During an excavation, as the soil composition changes, the safe slope for trench wall excavation also changes. Thus, across an excavation site, the slope of the bank may need to be different to provide a safe working environment. Warning signs of failure. Tension cracks in sidewalls, slopes, and surfaces adjacent to excavations. Ground settlement or subsidence. Subsidence is the sinking or settling of the ground surface. Spalling. Spalls are evidence of moving ground and are indications of potentially hazardous situations. Or sloughing soils. Soil sloughing is soil falling off banks and slopes due to a loss in cohesion. Changes in wall slope or a bulge. Increase in strut loads. Excessive seepage and piping of fine soils. Softening of sidewalls or boiling of trench bottom. Creaking or popping sounds. Visual deformation of bracing system or trench. Sloping or benching. Check for excessive vibration. Location of spoil pile and backfill are safely positioned back from the edge of the trench or excavation. The equipment location is distanced safely away from the excavation edge. Excessive wear or damage to equipment is regularly checked for by the person in charge. Signs of distress: cracking, bulging, etc. Improper installation procedures or alignment of members. Incorrect installation of connections. Shoring/bracing. Maintenance of proper slope ratio. Excessive vibrations. Location of the spoil pile, trees, boulders, or structures. The equipment location is distanced safely away from the excavation edge. Secondary soil or rock structure are dealt with. The presence of water seepage or rainfall is dealt with using sump pumps positioned in low spots or pails, with holes, in sump holes. Trench shield/box. Check for clearance between the shield and trench sidewalls. Adequate freeboard at the top of the shield. The proper slope above the shield. Current certification of the shield or trench box. Excessive wear or damage or improper use of a shield or trench box. Workers are not protected by an improperly installed trench box or shield. No trench box or shield box is installed when it is required for the excavation conditions and legislation.